Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on the Tasty Deals channel where we show you a bunch of game deals, games going for free, and then awesome sales on tech. In today's video, we're going to be going over 14 games that are currently available at an insane discount here on Steam, so let's get into it. First of all, we do have Evil Dead the game. This was previously exclusive to Epic Games Store. It's a brand new game based off the Ash vs. the Dead TV series and the Evil Dead films, but is now available on Steam at a massive discount. Currently 34% off for only $20, usually going for $30, and this was only on Epic Games Store before, but it's currently available on Steam as well, which is fantastic. The game looks graphically immersive, it looks beautiful, it looks stunning. I'm not too sure about the gameplay itself. I've heard mixed reviews, but it is a new game, so I'd say pick it up and refund it if you do have any issues with it within your first few hours of playing. Next, we do have Leap, which is a FPS based around in like a sci-fi styled theme. It looks fantastic. It reminds me a lot of Destiny and also a little bit of Anthem kind of in a way. It looks like a lot of fun. I love the sci-fi universe that they built up here. It's very vibrant. It goes against a lot of what we know as sci-fi games nowadays, which is very dark and gloomy. This looks like so much fun. It's very fast paced. There's so many things happening on your screen. It's very different from a traditional FPS, and I love it. I haven't played it myself, but I am going to be picking this up myself because it does look like a lot of fun. This is also a newer title as it only launched in March of this year, so the reviews are also mixed as well, but we will see how it goes with time. And there should be a free weekend happening right now or tomorrow after this video does drop. It's currently going for half off. It's normally $30, but right now it is $15. So that's still a pretty good sale. $15 for an FPS game is definitely not bad in the age of $70 FPS games. And again, because of the mixed reviews, so you might be hesitant to buy the game, you can always return it as well. Next, for those of you who are fans of Dragon Ball or just anime in general, I'm not sure how to properly pronounce this and I don't want to turn to a Fortnite meme, but Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, I'm not sure if that's correct, but currently it sits at SteamDB at a 91%, very positive reviews with 30,000 reviews, and it's currently going for 75% off on Steam here. It usually goes for $60, currently it's $15. That is a fantastic price, if I would have to say myself. There's also a deluxe edition, which is also 75% off, usually going for $85, about $21 right now, and then the legendary edition, which usually goes for $120, is going for the price of the base game, sitting at $60. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of Dragon Ball. I know a lot of people love it. It looks really awesome. This looks like a lot of fun. It looks really nice graphically, and it's made by, Bandai Namco, so you already know that the game is going to be somewhat decent, especially with those reviews. So if you are a fan of Dragon Ball or anime, I genuinely recommend you go check it out. Next on the list is a massive game, which is Dying Light Definitive Edition, currently going for 80% off. This is a literal smash hit. Everyone loves Dying Light. Typically it's going for $50, but right now you can pick it up for $10, which is the price of like a very low end or just a small indie game, which Dying Light definitely beats its expectations. Not to throw any shit at indie games, but just like the standard of quality, which some games are not the greatest at $10, but there's a lot of smash hits in the $10 range already. Next, another blockbuster hit or a library essential from the early 2010s is Deus Ex Human Revolution, which a lot of people love this game. They will always stand behind it. I think a lot of people who've been playing video games recently or switched to PC don't really know about the Deus Ex series, but this is a fantastic series of games. Currently, this is sitting at 21,000 reviews with very positive rating and a 90% rating on SteamDB. As we can see, it typically goes for $20, but we have a massive price reduction of 85% off, only going for $3. This is a very sci-fi cyberpunk themed game, and I just love the way it looks. I haven't been able to finish through the Deus Ex games. I have a bunch of the other ones already in my library. I might pick this up just because of the price being so low, but this is a fantastic sale, especially if you enjoy sci-fi, especially that like more darker, gloomy type of world, especially in like a cyberpunk themed type of world. Yeah, this is fantastic. Highly recommend. Next up, we have another game I don't know how to fully pronounce, but Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. Horizon. I'm not sure how you say. I almost said Verizon. This is sitting at 24,000 plus reviews with very positive 88% on SteamDB. Currently going for 84% off. Typically going for $30. It's currently sitting at $4.80, and it is a open world RPG game with a really cool aesthetic to it. You know, typically games that are of this age, you might just say like, oh, it's just graphically behind or whatever. It's not as impressive. But games that are in this art style, especially in the open world, a little more fantasy or just, you know, different style of game like this, they really hold up, and it just gives more of a nostalgic type of feel. I feel it doesn't need graphics mods to be able to make this game even more enjoyable or immersive. It's just this style of game looking like this, it's just already fantastic. I will say some parts of the game is a little bit graphically behind, but with the open world nature and the ratings I'm seeing here, I'm sure it's a fantastic game. This looks great, honestly, and I would definitely pick it up myself. The next game we have on our library is a bit of a smaller one, or a bit of a different one from the ones we've been mentioning. It is a platformer, and it's also an indie game as well. This is called Dust: An Elysian Tale. I'm not sure if that's how you properly pronounce that, but I'm going to go with it. It's sitting at an overwhelmingly positive review for 13,000 reviews in its lifetime. It's also an older title from 2013, and it is sitting at 80% off. $15 normally, currently going for $3, which is a fantastic price for a small indie game from back in the day. And I just don't see why you wouldn't grab it. If you're not into small indie games or platformers like these, obviously I would skip past this. But if you're someone who loves collecting platformers in their library and just playing through all of them or burning through them on some nights, this does look like a great pickup for your library. The next game needs no introduction, being Tomb Raider, sitting at over 134,000 reviews, a few reviews away from 135,000, overwhelmingly positive 95% on SteamDB, typically going for $15. It is sitting at $2.99, 80% off. This game needs no introduction. Everyone loves the Tomb Raider series. It is a definite essential to anyone's Steam library. Do I need to say any more besides that? Great addition, highly recommend getting it, especially for that really low price. The next game is a little bit different. It's very much a very darker game. It's a atmospheric type of game. It's a survival game. It's another indie game, and it has that, what would you call it, Fallout Shelter side view of the game. I don't know what the name of this. This isn't a platformer. It's I can't remember the name. It's like a Terraria / Fallout Shelter style game. I don't know what the name is for that. Anyways, it's sitting at very positive with 77,000 reviews, 91% on SteamDB, typically going for $20. It's only $4 right now, as it's 80% off. This honestly looks like a great title to pick up. This War of Mine seems like a lot of fun. You can just be sitting in a Discord call with your friends and just playing around in it. It looks like a game you could spend hours in. I've actually not heard of this myself personally before, but it does look very well designed. Looks like a lot of fun. A game that you could spend a lot of hours in. Alright, we're getting towards the end of the list. We have Sunset Overdrive. This was a game that had a lot of press coverage very long time ago, around 2013, when the Xbox One was originally announced. This was supposed to be the game that came with the white edition of the Xbox One S, Xbox One, around that time. I have a few hours on this game when I used to have Game Pass, and it's a lot of fun. You know, going in a world where it's an apocalypse zombie style type of game, but it's so colorful. There's so much jumping around. It's a lot of fun. I highly recommend picking this up, especially if you like those types of games with apocalypses and just clearing through levels, but you want a lot of color and a lot of punch. You really like how Cyberpunk has that bright yellow and those other colors in Night City. This game typically goes for $20, but it's 75% off, only $5 right now on Steam. I think this is a great pickup for your library, and if you've never played a game like this before, I definitely would say give it a try, especially at only $5. If you don't enjoy it in like the next first 5, 10, 20 minutes, just return it. Next up, we have Dishonored 1 and 2. Dishonored is sitting at 54,000 reviews, overwhelmingly positive. This is a very popular franchise of games, sitting at 96% on SteamDB, 75% off, typically $10, but it's currently going for $2.49. And you can also pick up the Definitive Edition as well for just $1.50 more. And the next game we do have is Dishonored 2, also sitting at a very positive set of reviews of 32,000, SteamDB of 87%, typically going for $30, available for $4.50 right now. And the last game to close out this video is going to be Portal 2, an absolute essential if you're on Steam and you don't have the Valve collection. Start it off, buy Portal 2, and see why Valve is known as like this company that inspired so much. They built up this reputation of being very innovative. I can't speak anymore. But yeah, sitting at 277,000 reviews, overwhelmingly positive, almost 98% on SteamDB, and it's sitting at 90% off, typically $10. It's only $1 right now. And typically you can also get the Valve collection in general for like $10-20 later on in the year. But if you don't want to wait and you just want to pick this up, or if you already have Portal in your library, pick up this game and see what Valve was doing back in the day. Absolutely fantastic game. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Everything I mentioned in this video is linked in the description below. If you are a fan, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and you guys will never miss a video when we have some deals to show you all. We also do have a Discord server that's linked in the description below. We talk about everything from video games to art to science, and whatever else there is to talk about. I do have my own personal channel, that's Tasty Guava. You can check that on the description below. And this channel is made possible by Tasty Media Group, which is our company. We have a bunch of different channels, from food to traveling. So check that all out. Everything in the description below. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.